Hi, what are you doing out there? I was just thinking about making America great again. And really, what I'm trying to do is to just make myself great. And it's not really selfish. It is, but it's not. It's not selfish in the context that most people put selfish into. It's selfish by just taking care of my own life. And that's what I really need to do versus worry about other people. And when it comes to me, it's kind of a mission. And the mission is to what I'm thinking and feeling about things. So here I am. Welcome, Brett. And so oftentimes you'll see a video entitled The Purpose of Life. And for me, the purpose of life is to work on yourself in all regards. And that includes sometimes helping others. There are so many different things in life. And the other day I went to the library and I looked around at all of the books. You've done this, right? And I felt overwhelmed, but not really. If you just look at all the books in a library and you imagine and you feel what's been written in all of those books, and you think to yourself, wow, I could never write or never read all these books, learn all of these things. There's so much to learn. But you don't really have to, because most of it doesn't really pertain to your life. A lot of it is just gibberish, and a lot of it is just repeated or repeated in different ways. And for a person that has much second house or eighth house stuff, which is like thinking about your own personal possessions and your needs and your things, stuff like that. And you think about the things that really benefit you to help you to survive. Those are the things that you really need, in my opinion. And if you really feel the need to learn about history and what happened in Germany or what happened in Russia or what happened in South Africa at this particular time, or archaeology, maybe you're into that. Everyone has a different thing that they're into. But a lot of things don't really include much space for personal health. And if you do not include whole foods, healthy foods, see, the things that I'm into are the things that are required. And you don't have to take them to the extent that I do. But I really don't take them to that big of a deal. A couple of hours a day. A couple of hours a day. But most people don't hardly take 10 minutes out of their day. All they do is they get some fast food. I'll tell you a little comedy story. I went to a fruit stand, a vegetable stand, not organic, recently. And I walked in there, and there were fruits and vegetables, conventional ones, all over the place. And I looked behind the counter, and there were two women, and guess what they were eating? A bag of Doritos and a bag of something else, some junk food. And so there you go. Those people that think that America is going to get great again by doing these things are having a bit of a pipe dream, aren't they? Now, they may or may not put two and two together. They might make up an excuse saying that, oh, we don't have time. We have to do this. We have to do that. They were just standing behind the counter. They could have brought a little 2-burner stove and some pans and cooked up some vegetables in between ringing people up. They've probably got a lot of time. They're standing there, right? And they've got a lot of time on their hands. What are they doing with it? A lot of people out there are sitting there watching television or videos. You're watching me right now. But this might actually be a video with some value. Huh. Now think about this. 4 people are watching this video right now. 4. How many people are there in the world? There are 8. There are 8 billion people in the world. And until those people are actually ready, they're not going to watch a video like this, are they? Nope. Because they have better things to do, like watching one of those romance dating videos where you've got this hot girl, right? And she's the bachelorette. And you got all these eligible guys, and they all want her. Speaking of which, I'll tell you a little story. 2 days ago, is that right? 2 days ago, I was mingling around and buying some food, and I went to the birdie watching park. And just before that, I bought a really cool stone, a new stone. Want to see what it looks like? I actually bought 2 stones. This one isn't that cool. It looks like a planet, huh? But then I bought this one. This one was a lot more expensive. This one was $11. Sorry. Isn't that nice? Sorry about the glare, but And so I was bored at the birdie watching park and by myself. And so I grabbed this stone and I walked up to this old dude and I go, check this out, man. And he thought it was really nice. And then I walked out and I saw this girl with a dog and she was holding a dog. And I walked up to her and I said, check out this stone I just bought. And she was looking at it and saying that it was really cool and stuff. And she looked up at me and I was like, oh my God, this girl is freaking gorgeous. I mean, not just beautiful, but her face was like sweet. Like, it's hard to describe. And she was wearing a dress. And when she asked me if I knew if there was a restroom around, and I said, I don't know, maybe you could use the weeds because I don't think there was any restrooms around. And I said, well, maybe walk towards the park. And so she turned around and walked towards the park. And as she was walking away, I was like, oh my God, look at the body on this girl. She was holding this old Chihuahua in a sling on the front. In a sling, like on the front, right? And so I wasn't able to see her from the waist up. But when she turned around and walked away with that dress on, and her body was like Playboy, whatever you want to call it, material. Perfect, gorgeous. But I think probably the best thing about her was her face was just, she was just a knockout, perfect Bo Derek 10, right? And in today's world, where you just don't see really, really beautiful women anymore. I was just like blown away. And I'm telling you, I have thought about that girl and thought about that girl and thought about that girl. And then guess what? I thought about this. I was like, Lord, thank you so much for sending that gorgeous thing into my life for 3 minutes. Because the more you think about things, whatever it may be, the more that's what's going to come into your life, my friends. How do I know this? Because I've been studying it for a long time, a very long time. And a lot of people have been studying yin and yang and the law of attraction and spirituality and things of this nature. And they also know this to be the reality, fact. And it is so cool that the signs, there's other signs too that I can't really talk about. But I'm still getting out just a bunch of crap out of this bod. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to have a relationship with someone of that gorgeousness. But that being said, there are no coincidences, baby. There are no coincidences. It's just how it is. And the energy, okay. So Joe says, what is this about making yourself great? You're finally in tune with the orange man, MAGA style. Beautiful chick with a chihuahua. Reese Witherspoon from Legally Blonde. Dude, I do not watch any of that. Reese Witherspoon, blah, blah, blah. Legally Blonde, television, movies. And but so anyways, can I drink some coffee? I've been doing pretty good, but whenever the moon aspect stuff with all of this current thing going on, the current thing and the transit thing astrologically, for me, I think that this is such a long ordeal, before anything levels out very much for me. It's a lot better than it was, the last couple of weeks, week to 2 weeks ago. But um yeah, and I'm figuring some things out with various things. And so astrologically, those three outer planets, they're going to hang aspecting each other for the next couple of years. Okay. Now, Jupiter has moved on. Jupiter has moved on, and Saturn's going to mostly move on too. It's not going to be aspecting Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, but they're aspecting each other right now. And so, and that's they're so slow that they're all going to be right there at 4. Then they're going to go retrograde. They're going to go back and forth. They're going to gradually move forward overall. But I was looking at the chart and advancing it by a month or by 6 months or by a year, et cetera, couple of years, and seeing that they're going to be aspecting each other at 6 degrees. They're going to be aspecting each other at 6.5, 7.6, et cetera, for the next couple of years. Pluto's moving the slowest. And so, it's going to stay in Aquarius, very stationary-ish, and not hardly moving much at all for a long time. And that's aspecting my Mercury and Venus. And so almost perfectly too. And for some people, they're not going to be affected all that much. But the whole world in general is being affected by all of these outer planets in new air signs. And it is not going to be a cakewalk. We've got to get used to this. Think about this. Have you ever moved to a new place, a new town, a new apartment, a new whatever? And have you ever gotten used to a new community, tried to get new friends? All kinds of new things are not easy. You have to acclimate, okay? We are in a time right now of where the whole world has to acclimate. People don't want to change. If you start presenting people with too much stuff, if you're a progressive person, an Aquarian-ish person like myself, and you start to lay too much you-know-what on people, what do? They get mad and they start to backlash at you. They'll put the blame on you. They'll say something about you. Brett, what's wrong with your teeth? they'll do all kinds of things like to get you to stop telling us about that or this or that, because we don't want to change. So right now, you don't hardly have to say a thing to anybody about anything because the world is forcing change upon them. And it's a strain. It is a strain, baby. It's a strain on people. And so, what do you do? What do you do when the whole world is under a constant strain for months, years, right? Getting used to a new vibration, a new world order, the reality that maybe things aren't going to be so great again, like we were hoping. That if the president just does all of these things, right? He just, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do this and I'll do that, then the country will be great again. How many of you thought that a year ago or 2 years ago or 6 years ago, whatever? How many of you thought that if we just did this or that, like what things that he was saying, that the country would be hunky-dory again? When was it before? Was the country in the late 60s, when a lot of people were smokers and a lot of people were protesting and mad at the Vietnam War? Was it great then? Was it great when they were spraying malathion all over the crops before? Will it be great if we start drilling? If we start drilling more so that we can burn more fuel into the air? If we get our noses right next to the tailpipes and breathe deep, then will we all be great again? The more smog we breathe and the more we drive, and the more stressed we are from needing to pay bills so that we can pay for all of the excess children, will we all be great again? Republicans and Democrats, women, men, gays, lesbians, straights. Will everybody be great if everybody is focusing on fake things? I don't know. I'm not focusing on those things. I'm only focusing on the bare bones basics. Things that keep me going, and that's it. That's what I've been doing for 36 years. I don't ask myself, well, how should I act to be able to be friends with these people? Or how should I act to be able to be friends with the anti-war people? Or how should I act to be so that women, all the women will love me? Should I kiss their asses and buy them things? Should I tell them, everyone, what they want to hear? And then they'll like me. I was telling this guy yesterday, he was telling me that he's tried to get his wife, people call me, occasionally. He's trying to get his wife to go to a massage therapist. I wonder if he's going to a massage therapist. But he's trying to get his wife to go to a massage therapist because she's had like neck issues. I guess she can't sleep, and she's tried every pillow. She bought one of mine a year ago or something. She's tried every pillow, and now she's tried a buckwheat, she's tried the millet, she's tried all these different other pillows. Nothing works. She just can't get a good night's sleep. And I told him to tell her to do self-massage, or go get a massage, get used to getting massage. And he says she doesn't want to go. At the end, I told him, well, why don't you sneak up on her, right? And put your hands on her shoulders and start massaging those knots. And see what she does. Buy a massage table and get doing some massage trades with each other. How much does that cost? Well, whatever the table costs. You can find a used one on eBay or on Craigslist or on Facebook Marketplace for cheap, right? And so, anyways, The thing is that people, they're stuck. They're stuck. And they're not going to change until it hits the fan. Okay? And you know what I'm talking about. Like, because their plates, they've gotten their plates so full that there's no way that they have any time, any money, any gumption, or any energy to do anything more than what they're doing right now, which is barely hanging on. They're like barely hanging on, and they're just about to fall off. Joe, did you see my stone? Did you see the other one that I bought? So I went to the dance on Sunday, and I got right in the middle where I like to be, and I just danced, and I danced, and I danced, and I danced. And it was fun. There was none of my favorite girls were there to dance with. None that I really felt attracted to. If that one had been there, I'd be like, oh my God. Woo, mama. She was only like 25 though, you know. But man, I am telling you, so beautiful. Not just like beautiful, beautiful, but like a girl that you can tell so much by a person's face. And this girl was just so sweet and so probably smart too. And just, oh, just like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Like, you wonder, how the hell does a person get so lucky to be that beautiful? Man. Anyways, so I've been working on reducing the olive oil and eating. I tried just eating steamed vegetables with my flaxseed dressing on it, right? Oh my God, we're talking about clean food, super clean. And I've been consuming a new toxin absorbing poo combo. And what it is flaxseed ground, and I grind it fresh. And then I add some eggshell calcium for calcium. I add a little bit of whatchamacallit, Vita Mineral Green for that, to that too, just for the vitamins and all of that. And then coconut butter and sorghum for something to make it stick together. And then if you want, you can add apple. You can eat an apple with it for all that apple pectin, you know. And any other fruit that you want, especially prunes, to keep it moving. So now what you've done is you've created an absorbing material with the coconut and the flax. The coconut with that heavy oil, and the flax is more of a binder, and it's got the oils in it, but at the same time it creates movement of the digestive system, and it absorbs. The two of those things absorb especially well together. And then you've added a couple of supplements. I've added in the eggshell calcium and the Vita Mineral Green, which is a supplement that comes in a nice dark glass jar. And it's no synthetic vitamins. It's just pure green juice. just green juice powder, right? And it's got a lot of amazing stuff in it. It also has like spirulina and blue-green algae and chlorella, etc. So it's really a great combo. And I eat that with fruit about an hour after each meal. And I think it's doing great things for my digestive system. Oh, and the flax is a prebiotic that helps. Like, so when you eat a meal with sauerkraut or with water kefir, and maybe you eat some kombucha or something like that with the good bacterias in it, you know, you're getting all of that to get in your digestive system. And then the flax seed is a prebiotic, which helps all of that to grow more. And so I just keep working on the diet more and more. And I've also been working really a lot on understanding and feeling energy. In Asheville, there are a lot of different areas, and you'll find the same thing in different towns. But in Asheville, you've got a kind of a, you know, I made a couple of videos about West Asheville. West Asheville is blue collar, and it's grungy, and it's homeless people, and it's retro. Like, there are all these retro shops where you can go buy clothes from the 60s. And you know, it's got a lot of tattoo shops and little coffee places. And it's like a little San Francisco or Portland, etc. But that is not me. Okay? That is not me. I don't feel good with all of that, at least right now. There may come a day when I'm okay with going back to that, like I used to go, like say, I can go back to Al-Anon meetings and be amongst those people. But do I really want to go over to the West Asheville area and go to gatherings, even though they have some gatherings there that I kind of like to go to, but not really, because it's the people that go to the gatherings. Okay? So I want to go to a nicer region now where there's not too much grungy energy, you know? Some people won't like me saying that, but I'm just telling you the way it is. And if you don't believe it, you should go there. Bars, a lot of alcohol, a lot of weed, etc., etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about. Do I look like that? No. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any piercings. I don't listen to Nirvana. I never liked Nirvana, ever. Or anything else that's depressing where Kurt Cobain is dead now. Put 2 plus 2 together and you get 4. And so I've been finding some better areas, better people, you know, for me, better people for me, for those of you that are getting mad. Okay. So I need people that are more towards the center. They don't need extracurricular blah-de-da. All you need is a t-shirt, simple things like the Amish enjoy, but not all of the things that the Amish enjoy. Ah, 6 people are watching. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah. Oftentimes, I'll find that when I'm engaging in a conversation with someone, and I can tell that they're just about done with what I have to say, they just can't stand it anymore. Guess what happens? The phone will ring. A text will happen. Someone will enter the scene and start talking to them and bail them out. And so, this is another example of what I'm talking about with energy. You pay attention to what's going on in your environment because everything means something. And you start to learn the energy flow. And then you know where to go. It's magical. It's not Hollywood. It's your real life. Your real life is magical. And all you have to do is listen to the clues and then ask yourself and or creation what to do. I've really been getting better at this. Better and better and better. And instead of getting mad at getting in a traffic jam the other day, I decided to just get off the freeway before it was too late. And so I did. And then I went a different way. And then I went a different way again. And magical things happened because I assumed there was a reason for the car accident. All of this might not even be real. It might just be a synthesized illusion. I was thinking that maybe the real world is something that we have to work up to, and that we're only allowed to go to the real world until we've passed all of these tests in a fake, like what is it called? I keep searching for that word. It's just like the first Star Trek episode. The aliens created the world in his mind. And he was able to go there, and even though he was completely paralyzed from the neck down, a simulation. That's not really the word I was looking for. It's like in a sci-fi, it's a sci-fi word. Anyways, like in the first Star Trek episode, Captain Pack, whatever it was, he was paralyzed from the neck down from some sort of an accident that he had. And the aliens were able to take him in his mind and give him a new body and a new world and a beautiful woman and of gardens and all of these things, right? a simulation, but there's several other words. Here, why don't we just look it up? Crap. Okay, model, emulation, replica, reproduction, reenactment, no. Demonstration, mock-up, prototype. There's a zillion of them, but none of these are really hitting the nail on the head. Prototype, scenario, exercise, drill, trial run, experiment, test, virtual model, digital twin, approximation, facsimile, no, stand-in, analog. If you're looking for a word that suggests simulation is not real, you might use illusion, imitation, pretense, facade, artificial construct. None of those are still the word. Okay, so I'm wanting the word that is like a world that's artificially created and we are forced to endure it. I don't know. Concerning fabrication, engineered reality, manufacturing, and virtual prison. A virtual prison. Illusionary world, cage or golden cage, constructed existence, simulacrum. Never heard of that. Hyperreality. They're still not saying the word. Imposed reality, constructed world, synthetic existence, artificial construct, controlled reality, fabricated world, prison perception. Yeah, there's another word. I can't believe they're not coming up with this. Okay, let's try Google AI. Is that the problem? AI, as it so often is. Illusion. Virtual reality. Yeah, so it's not very far-fetched at all that for which we really are, and so many people say we are, our spirit. You know, growing up a Mormon, my mom would especially tell me that each of us has a spirit that's beyond the physicality, etc. So that's pretty much a consensus among a lot of people. And so what if they, advanced beings of sorts, God, maybe a single entity, wanted to just put us into a simulation as similar like what we are creating now? I saw this thing for sale that you can buy for $40, and it's like a projector, and you plug it in and it shoots this image onto your ceiling, and you can choose anything that you want. You can have these, and it's moving. It's moving. Have you seen this as an ad on YouTube? It was an ad on YouTube. And it's moving, right? Clouds, water, ocean, fish, anything that you want, you turn the lights off and you turn this thing on. It's like a world. Your room is like a new world. So, in 1,000 years, will humans be advanced enough to take someone's spirit, vibration, whatever, energy, and put it into a simulation? Probably, huh? just to see what you're made out of. Are you brave? Think about all of the astrological signs. Are you brave, Aries? Are you a stick-to-it person that can work hard for a long time, Taurus? Are you a thinker and socializer, Gemini? Are you a caregiver, Cancer, like me? Are you a funny comedian and performer, Leo? Are you an analyzer that can figure things out and sort everything out, Virgo? Are you someone that can weigh the differences between left and right, Republican and Democrat, pros and cons, men and women, opposites, Libra? And be someone that everyone loves, Libra? Are you the person that understands endings and beginnings, life and death, sex, and other people's money, Scorpio? Are you somebody that can travel and be a philosopher, loves to travel and learn things and be like the professor type person and teach things to people? And philosophize, is that the word? Philosophy person? Sagittarius? Are you somebody that can run a business and turn that business into a mega business? Are you somebody that can make something super successful, and you really need to be a person that is shown and has demonstrated themselves to be able to be that kind of a person, to run IBM, Microsoft, Capricorn? Are you somebody from the future that can't hardly stand this world, like me? My sun in the 11th house associated with Aquarius. Aquarius does its own thing. It doesn't follow along like most people do. It doesn't care what other people think. Are you like that? And you care a lot about society? You know where things are moving into in the future? Or the last sign. Are you somebody that just wants to check out? Are you somebody that lives in an illusionary world of colors and sounds and animals and you're floating in space? Pisces, you're kind of in your own little world. And you turn to drugs oftentimes because you can't stand this world. And so you want to get out. The Pisces fish. It's a very feely sign, water sign, like my sign, Cancer, and like Scorpio. Thank you, Amber. I don't know, Ventures. I don't know. I want to get my hand skin clearer and clearer, so I brush it every day and I stretch it and I massage it. Hawthorn berry. I'd like to ask everyone that's watching this with me right now just to try this, okay? Can you just do this with me for a few minutes? Are you doing it? If you're just joining us, I'm asking everyone to try this for just a few minutes with me. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Do this. Okay, now switch hands. How long have we been doing this? 2 or 3 minutes, maybe? It's not a lot of time out of your day. See how I'm worming my way to the end? Flex and extend, flex and extend. Qigong, Qigong. Now the other way. Now feel. Where does it feel still tense? Movement is life. People know that they need to exercise, right? Now they've learned that they need to stretch, as in yoga, right? Now they need to learn that they need to do self-massage as well. And in order to not have to do all of this as much and not wear yourself out, constantly exercising, constantly stretching, constantly doing massage, what you want is to eat foods that don't force you to burn out residue. You want to eat as clean as possible so that you don't have to burn out crap stuck in your tissues. And then let's go farther with that. We don't want to have to deal with excess thoughts. We don't want to have to deal with excess bills. We don't want to have to deal with excess children. Anything that's too much, you don't want it in your life, right? Unless you just love pain. You just, for some reason, you feel like you just don't deserve to be happy and peaceful. Oh, good, Joe. Good. Good. So, yeah, I hope that you all have enjoyed this. You'll notice that I'm doing these earlier. I'm doing everything earlier. It's awesome. I'm going to bed earlier, generally. Oh, crap, Amber. Like that. Rose quartz. Smoky quartz. And if you didn't watch the first of this video, here's my new one. It's called chocolate something. And then I got this one. I don't know what it is, but I just like them because they look like planets, asteroids or something. So, yeah, I don't really know how cute of a girls I'm going to be able to meet. But I just need to keep working on me in all regards. And someday, a lot of things like that and other things are going to improve in my life. And I get a feeling it's going to be soon. You know what I mean? So I want to thank you so much for joining me. There's a song that Dandy Dawn used to sing after Monday Night Football, when Monday Night Football was almost over. And I haven't watched football in a long time, but it was a song, a country song. And I never listened really to country music, but I knew this song because I used to watch Monday Night Football. Hey, Shay. And it goes like this. Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. So on that note, I would like to thank you for joining me. Be well.